transition now to the NFL as we're starting to ramp up towards the NFL draft, which is crazy. It's coming up at the end of April. I believe April 29th through May 1st, or maybe it's April 31st to May 1st. That time frame is when the NFL draft is approaching, and probably the most intriguing team, the team most talked about for the past several months, has been the New York Jets. With all the trade rumors surrounding Deshaun Watson, what are they going to do with their quarterback situation? Are they going to draft a quarterback? Are they going to make a trade for a quarterback? Are they going to keep Sam Darnold? And now Sam Darnold, this is finally one of the first times that we've heard from him. He comes out and he says yesterday or a couple days ago that he would embrace competition with a rookie. Now, first of all, the New York Jets are the number 2 pick this year. And as a person and as an individual, I like Sam Darnold. I think he personifies class. He represents the utmost character. And I think that he has been a real positive player and just a good locker room guy for the New York Jets. I do believe that. I don't think he's a cancer to the locker room. I don't think that players despise him. Maybe they hope that their starting quarterback would be a little bit better. And so certain veteran players would want someone better at the helm. I get that. But as far as the actual character of Sam Darnold, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But the Jets, unfortunately for him, he inherited an awful and an awfully run organization from the time he was drafted. They were not organized. They brought in the wrong coach in Adam Gase. Their front office was a mess. And only now are we starting to see them act more prudently. I like the hire of Robert Saleh. And so I think that this organization is starting to make the necessary moves to better position themselves moving forward. But unfortunately for Sam Darnold, the moves that they're making aren't for him because they're for the next quarterback that they're going to take. The Jets are going to draft a quarterback with the 2nd overall pick. I believe it's going to be Zach Wilson. That's who most media experts and pundits think they're going to take. And so all of these added benefits are not for Sam Darnold. They're for Zach Wilson or whoever the next quarterback is. And for Sam Darnold, all the trade rumors have dried up with him as a trade piece. So he's recognized at this point, my value is at an all-time low. I'm coming off a season in which I barely threw for over 2,200 yards. He's only eclipsed 3,000 passing yards once. He's a turnover machine, 45 touchdowns, 39 interceptions, 11 fumbles over the course of his career. For 3 seasons, he hasn't completed over 60% of his passes. It's about 59.8% of his passes. So this is a guy that I think understands his fate, but sees this as a potential great opportunity to kind of re-audition and reignite that fire, challenge himself to play better and really compete for the starting position. And it's possible that a change of scenery, a change of a coach, an influx of talent may actually lead to better play from Sam Darnold. Now, again, even if it does it mean he's going to be the long-term solution there? It doesn't appear to be so. It appears that the Jets are going to move in a different direction. But again, perhaps if he plays well, this may elevate his trade value so that he can be traded to a better situation, a la the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Denver Broncos, perhaps the Washington football team, the Chicago Bears, potentially to a lesser degree, the New England Patriots. There are certain options out there that I think if they see some more promise, some more consistency from Sam Darnold, he may find another home. But again, when you look at the Jets are one of only 2 teams, along with the Chicago Bears, that have never had a quarterback pass for over 4,000 yards in a 16-game NFL season. Joe Namath was the last quarterback to do it for the Jets, passing over 4,000 yards, 4,007 yards specifically, but that was in 1967 in a 14-game schedule. So the NFL hadn't even instituted a 16-game schedule up until that point. That was in 14 games. The most recent example, the closest, is Ryan Fitzpatrick with about 3,900 passing yards in 2015. So we know that there are some limitations there, but at the same time, the Jets haven't provided him with the complementary pieces with wide receivers to really thrive. Yes, they've had Robbie Anderson and Jamison Crowder. They've had Le'Veon Bell was a flameout. They've had a couple individual decent pieces, but no A-star caliber players. They just haven't. And to Darnold's credit, he's remained a professional. He has continued to carry himself well, represent himself well, say all the right things. And I think that when you're someone with a good reputation and you're a good person, you will be given the benefit of the doubt and perhaps get a second chance. I mean, look at Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was viewed potentially as cancerous in the locker room in Philadelphia. Now, some of his former teammates debunked that and praised him at times. But now you see Carson Wentz was able to land on his feet in a plum situation with the Indianapolis Colts, a team that is ready to win right now and is just one quarterback away. So if Carson Wentz, who's had a much worse reputation than Sam Darnold, and you could argue has been a worse quarterback than Sam Darnold over the last 2 seasons, if he's able to land a great job, Sam Darnold at 6'3", 225 pounds, he's a big, mobile, athletic quarterback with a tremendous arm, needs to be more refined, needs to be more accurate, but perhaps with better coaching, that may happen. He may get that type of guidance that he needs. So, again, the big question is whether the Jets will take Zach Wilson or take someone else. They are going to take a quarterback at number 2. That we do know. So for Sam Darnold, though, unfortunately, I appreciate the fact that you're open to embracing competition from a rookie. Unfortunately, you don't really have any other choice. That is the only choice that you have.